I have made this video is literally for you, where I have made a summarized version of key points to highlight for this whole year and ways to prepare for the new year. So, just to give you a summary, OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, back in November 2022, ChatGPT was released to the public. It literally took the world by storm. All of a sudden, you saw it like on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, even on LinkedIn. And with that, there was a rise of this popular skill that now everybody had access to learn, which was prompt engineering. Prompt engineering was so special because all of a sudden you didn't need to know how to actually code or be a developer. You could actually talk to these AI chatbots in your natural language, which is called NLP, natural language processing, and you'd be able to get like really cool answers from them, right? So for example, if you go to ChatGPT, when you log in, the free version is 3.5, and you can actually ask it anything, or let's just write, I just picked whatever it like prompted me with, right? So it says write a short and sweet text message inviting my neighbor to a barbecue, and then here it writes the message. So in theory, this is pretty cool. It made it easier, all of that. Now, prompt engineering is actually getting really good at writing the prompt, like what actually goes in here, and then the output is whatever ChatGPT or whatever AI chatbot you're using is generating. So you might have heard the phrase garbage in, garbage out, which means if your prompt is not good, it's too generic, then you're going to get a very generic answer. And this is where a lot of people are stuck. Like a lot of ChatGPT users, they are stuck in this like realm of just getting very, very generic information. And this is why some people even think that it's not helpful or they can do it faster themselves. But once they actually understand how to get better at prompt engineering, the whole experience becomes so much crazier. It becomes very like it's I'm mind blown all the time by the amount of things that I can actually delegate and it can generate for me on my behalf, and I just have to do very minimal tweaking. So just to give you an example of a prompt, if I was to say something like write a 150 word blog post, if I were to say write a 150 word blog post about puppies, it's going to go ahead and write the blog post. But if I were to say something like, I'm just going to say it, speak into it, act as a long form content marketer, your task is to write a 150 word blog post about puppies. It's going to be catering towards, or the reader is going to be new puppy owners, new homeowners. You're going to talk about pain points such as housebreaking them, how to walk without pulling the leash. You're going to talk about how to, I don't know, how to potty breaks, right? And then you're going to include the SEO keywords, Petco, PetSmart, I don't know, Purina. Okay, so all of a sudden it wrote all of that down here. So I'm going to hit enter. And now all of a sudden it's going to give me a way better blog post that I can actually use for my website if I had a website about like dogs, right? So it's much more tip driven. Like this is very generic. It's just talking about random things. But here I'm actually giving it so much more direction that it's actually giving me something a little bit more usable. Now you can go even deeper with this prompt. I just want to give you an example for the video, but you can even go take this way deeper. My Depending on like what I'm doing, my prompts, especially for like GPTs, which we'll get into in a couple of minutes, those are like now like 3 pages long or something. Like there's so much detail into the instructions that this is why it's able to give me such specialized information back. Anyways, so that's another topic. So that's essentially the rise of prompt engineering, and we saw with prompt engineering a lot of businesses started offering like really high salaries, and we'll get into that in a few minutes as well. But now leading us into November 2023, which is a year after OpenAI released ChatGPT, OpenAI had Dev Day, and Sam Altman, the CEO, had a keynote where he basically mentioned all of the updates that are coming out for like ChatGPT, what to expect from like OpenAI, etc., etc. And one of the things that now again took the world by storm was GPTs, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. If you have access to the paid plan, it's like $20 a month or something. You can actually go and create your own GPT, and you can say anything like, I want to create a chatbot that reviews resumes, right? And it will actually go ahead and build it, right? So the thing is that a lot of people keep these too generic. We've been able to create GPTs that really like I just mentioned a few minutes ago. Our instructions for GPTs are like at least 3 pages long. So that's why we're able to build like really amazing GPTs. But now here you go, you have your GPT, you can go ahead and save this. Next time you can share this with other people, anyone with a link public, you can share it. In my particular use case, I'll share that with you in a second. For my particular use cases, we have created all of these different GPTs, but the most important one, I have a GPT that I created that I shared with LinkedIn for free. It shows that over 1,200 people have actually been using it. From this GPT, we generated about 900 opted in leads into our email list. So this is the power of GPTs. And then from there, you can, of course, sell them or monetize them in other ways. But this is the power of GPTs. You're now able to deploy these AI chatbots essentially using the ChatGPT interface, and you're able to actually, if you go to configure, you can actually see the custom instructions here, and then you can also see the capabilities, create new actions. You can actually hook this up to Zapier and create really cool automations with it. So it does more than just generate the content that it's asking you to do. Or in this case, you're improving your resumes or whatever it is, right? In this case, it's like a resume reviewer, but we have created it for business use cases for writing low ticket funnels, writing offer engineering, all these different things, and it's super super specialized, and it gives you really amazing results. So that is GPTs. That is the power of GPTs. Now anyone can really release their own AI chatbot essentially powered by ChatGPT within a few minutes, few clicks of a button. You don't have to be super technical. And in January, they're actually going to be releasing a marketplace where people can actually sell them. So right now you can't you can sell them if you use other marketing tactics like how we're using it, where it's included in our offers, or we build landing pages to get access to them and stuff like that. But for the most part, other people that are going to be using other people that are building them and haven't done all of that, you'll be able to sell directly from the GPT marketplace in January, I think is when they said that was going to launch. So in the process, in the past year, we have also witnessed the rise of other tools like Claude, Bard, Bing AI, right? Perplexity, and soon Gemini. So we have been seeing this for pretty much all year. A lot of us have been we have already been seeing this in real time. We've used these tools, we've tried these tools, and some people already picked which ones they like better. I particularly choose ChatGPT for everything. So all in all, this is just a summary of where we are right now. This is just part one, so make sure to tune back tomorrow for part two. Thanks for watching.